Friends, this is Vinod from SSN, and in this video clip let us talk about Arduino. Let us see what is Arduino, why make use of Arduino, how we can make use of Arduino. Alright, so what is Arduino, friends? Arduino is nothing but a combination of MCU and its corresponding software, microcontroller unit and the corresponding software that is used to program this unit. The software itself is also called as Arduino software or the Arduino IDE. That makes use of, again, Arduino programming language. The IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Alright, so that is Arduino. Coming to the technical specifications, Arduino has got different kinds of boards available. The most common and the widely used board amongst hobbyists, enthusiasts and researchers as well is the Uno board. Alright, so let us look into the technical specification of this particular board, Uno. So looking at this particular table, starting with the MCU, as we can see here, it makes use of a architecture which is very low power. So this MCU or the Uno makes use of an MCU which is based upon Atmega 328P, which is again 8-bit AVR microcontroller unit, very low power. Alright. The operating voltage is only 5 volts. The input recommended voltage is between 7 to 12 volts. The input voltage limit is between 6 to 20 volts. It has got 14 digital input output pins, of which 6 provide support for PWM or pulse width modulation, and it has got 6 pins for analog support. And the DC current per input output pin is only 20 milliampere. The DC current for 3.3 volt pin is 50 milliampere, and the flash memory, look at this, the flash memory is only 32 KB, and the SRAM is, my god, this is only 2 KB, and the E-square PROM is only 1 KB. So too constrained in nature, and it has got a clock speed of 16 megahertz. LED built-in is at 13, or this refers to the pin number to which the onboard or the built-in LED is available in the Uno. And the dimensions are length, it is 68.6 millimeter, and width is only 53.4 millimeter, and the weight is 25 grams. So these are the technical specifications of Arduino Uno. So why, friends, do we make use of such a kind of boards? Not only from Arduino, in fact from any manufacturer, such a kind of constraint board is used in. What might be the purpose? The purpose is, think embedded systems, think IoT, think web of things, etc. Right? So essentially for interacting with the physical environment, we make use of such a kind of board, and Arduino is one particular board which we can make use of for playing around, for testing purposes, for researching, etc. Since it is very cheap in nature, and also it is cross platform, right? That means the Arduino software can be used in Windows, it is available for Linux, it is available for Mac operating system, so it is cross-platform. And the other major reason for using this board is the open source nature. Both the hardware and the software is open source. Alright, friends, so these are the primary reasons for making use of the board Arduino. Now coming to the how part, so we will split up this into different hows in the different video lectures. So this is the how part 1. So how do we make use of this board? As we can see in this diagram, this is how a Arduino Uno looks like. It has got support for different pins, and what we see here is the MCU. So this is the Atmega 328P based MCU on this particular board. So what we essentially do here is, to this particular board, we talk to it. So we essentially have input and output. So the input is, we sense the environment by making use of different kinds of sensors. We sense the environment, and in the output we can control the devices. Alright, so that is the main functionality of such a kind of board, by making use of these particular pins as in the sides that we can see here. So these pins are called as GPIO pins. We'll talk about these pins and how to get connected, how to get started, and make use of these particular pins to do some interesting stuff later in the house part. So at the high level, right, this particular board senses the environment, and as the output it controls the devices. Yeah, and how do we program this particular board? So this particular board is typically connected to your computer or your laptop, right? And you make use of environment that you can see here, which is called as the Arduino IDE. So you make use of Arduino IDE and put your code here on to this particular MCU, and your board runs or your particular program runs. All right, and also both the input and the output, as we can see here, the nature could be, or the sensing could be, both digital and analog. So the board supports both digital and analog inputs, and the board can also give the output in the form of digital and analog. Alright friends, so this is all about in this particular clip. We will have further hows in the future videos. Thank you friends.